Greg, who most of you have met. And today we're going to cook a favourite recipe of ours. It is a spinach and ricotta cannelloni, and it is a pretty simple recipe, but it's absolutely delicious. So I just thought I'd start off by letting you know there's not too many ingredients, so that's always a good thing.
And I'm going to start off by washing my hands, is that okay?
That's a great idea. So while Greg washes his hands, let me show you what the first couple of ingredients are. So first of all, you need 500 grams of chopped frozen spinach. So you can just buy these in the freezer section where all your frozen vegetables are. But it's really important that you're aware that you actually have to cook these. So the instructions on the box do tell you to empty them out of the little plastic bags that they come in. If I say going here, little plastic bag, put it into the bowl, and then you put 2 tablespoons of water, then cover it up and then pop it in the microwave for 3 to 4 minutes. And then we need to make sure that you squeeze out as much water as possible. I did take a little video of me squeezing out the water, which Greg, somehow you're going to have to work out how to put that in to show them. Of course you will. Yeah, that look says, no worries at all, Mara, that's what we're going to do.
I'm just here to do as I'm told.
Yes, that's it. So you need to get out as much water as you can. You can do it with your fingers, but as you'll notice a little bit later on, I did it with a fork and got out as much liquid as possible. Okay, so this is how I squeeze out the extra water. I just get my bowl of spinach after it's been in the microwave and just use my fork to give it a good squeeze. And so I don't lose any of my spinach, I have my colander in the sink and I just gently do that over the colander. If any bits escape, at least I know that I'm not going to lose them. So just squeezing. You can use your fingers, but I don't like to use my fingers. It's a bit gross. But you can see there is a lot of liquid. So just keep squeezing until you get to the point where there's not much more coming out. You don't really lose very much into the colander, just a little bit. But knowing my luck, if I didn't try and catch it, then the whole thing would tip out into the sink. So just keep on squeezing, squeezing, and then into the colander, like so, until there's no liquid left. Might take a few goes of doing that. That's about it. So that's step 1. So 2 of these, once they're cooked, tells you on the back how to do it, then you've got them ready in your bowls. Now, the next thing that we need is we need 2 tablespoons of chopped basil. So Gregory, I thought you might like to chop the basil for us.
Absolutely.
Okay, so while Greg is doing that, I'll go through the other ingredients for you. The next thing we need is 300 grams of reduced fat ricotta cheese. So I've just picked up the Coles brand light smooth ricotta. This tub actually has 375 grams. So I'm a bit of a stickler for rules, so I will use exactly 300 grams, and that'll leave me 75 grams to put on some toast tomorrow for breakfast. Okay, so we'll measure that out in a moment. Greg will do that also. Then we need 1/4 cup of grated parmesan cheese. So I've just picked up some already grated parmesan cheese, and this has got more than enough in it, so we only need 1/4 cup of that. So we'll get that out in a moment. There's my 1/4 cup already ready. Oh, that smells good. Beautiful. And then we need 250 grams of cannelloni dried pasta. So this box, there it is there, cannelloni dried pasta. That is exactly 250 grams. I think from past times I've made it, you don't quite use all of it. So it'll be important to go through those couple of steps too, because if you don't use it all, then you can obviously take out the calories for the extra pasta that you're not using. So that's ready to go as well. And then we need 700 grams of tomato passata. So get a good brand. I know there's other brands there, but you really want to get a nice, good brand. So this is Valverde. Valverde. Passata.
Like a true Italian.
Like a true Italian. And this is exactly your 700 grams that you need. Some of the other brands, like maybe the Coles brand or home brands, even though it's only $1 or $2 different, a lot of it is just a lot of added water. So you do want it to have a really nice, rich flavour as well. So that's why I buy this one. And the last thing is 1 cup of grated cheese. And you can either grate your own, or we have a bag here as well. So, Greg, what have we got?
We've got the ricotta, we've got the basil, and we're about to have the cheddar cheese. Everything else ready to go.
Okay. Did you weigh out the 300 grams?
Of course I weighed out the 300 grams. I don't want to get in trouble.
Good. Good boy. Whoa.
No, you can fit more in there.
Yeah, but you got to stick to the recipe.
Yeah, a little bit more never hurt anybody.
See? Okay, that's actually 1 cup. Okay. How's that?
Good. Next
Good.
step.
And you have to have a tidy kitchen, Greg.
Of course.
Okay. 1/4 cup of parmesan cheese, please. Get rid of that and get rid of that. Now, the dish that you use, what's a good idea to do is to lay out your cannellonis to see how it's going to fit. I've always used this dish, so I know it's going to work perfectly. But I'll show you what I mean by that. So, as I said, this is supposed to use the whole thing, but this is probably my best dish that it fits pretty well. So I'm just going to lay out the little tubes to see what they're going to look like, and then I'll show them to you. So, I've got little tubes that I'm going to go here, and there, and there, and there. And there's a little square missing just there, which is pretty much 2 halves. And you can see that I still actually have in the box another 4 not used. Now, with this last little square here, sometimes I just muck around with these and I kind of give them a big bang and try and cut it in half, but I could waste the rest of the 4. So what I've actually done for the first time today, which I've never done before, I'm actually just soaking 2 of them in a little bowl of water, hoping they'll soften enough for me to cut it in half to pop into that corner there.
Okay. Do you need this pan grease, this dish?
Not at all. So we'll get
Lightly
started.
spray a 2-litre capacity oven-proof dish with oil.
You can do that if you want. I don't normally, but go right ahead.
It says it in the recipe.
It says in the
you
recipe.
Just told everyone that you have to follow the... Let me do that for you.
Sure, thanks, Greg. Perfect.
Just like the recipe says.
Just like the recipe says. Now, next step obviously is to squeeze out the water, but we've already done that to the spinach, so that's all done. Now in a bowl, here's our bowl, we're going to put the ricotta. And the basil. Yum, it smells so good. Basil. I know that you can put parsley if you don't want to put basil. Some people don't like basil. I love basil, but if you
Who doesn't like basil?
some people don't like basil.
Seriously?
Yes, and the spinach. So 2 plates there of spinach. And the parmesan cheese. A bit heavy-handed with the parmesan cheese,
Not at all.
Gregory.
Not spicy.
There you go.
Yep.
And we'll sprinkle some parmesan cheese. So far, so easy, right? Just follow the steps of the recipe. Beautiful. And then we're going to put some salt and pepper in there.
Shredded cheese?
No, not yet. That's much later.
Okay.
Salt and pepper in there. Beautiful. And then you mix to combine. So would you like a large spoon?
Sure. I can use this spoon.
All right, go for it.
You know, I think this would be nice with some nutmeg or cinnamon.
That would be really nice. Actually, while Greg's mixing that up, for those of you that don't like ricotta cheese, and I know there are a couple of you that don't like cheese.
What?
I know. Sarah, this is for you and anybody else that doesn't like cheese.
Who doesn't like cheese?
Some people don't like cheese. Don't be biased.
So intolerant.
Anyhow, so if you don't like it, what would be some good options to fill our cannelloni with, Greg?
I would roast some pumpkin.
Yum.
And then I'd mash the pumpkin again with some nutmeg. I'd toast some pine nuts and stir the pine nuts through the pumpkin and nutmeg.
Yum.
And fill the tubes with mashed roast pumpkin, nutmeg and pine nuts.
That sounds amazing. That would be really good, actually.
I'm going to put some nutmeg.
Who's going to put nutmeg? Okay, a little bit of nutmeg thrown in there as well. Now, the next part of the dish, while Greg is getting that ready, I will show you what we do now to prepare our dish. So it says to spread half of the passata over the base of the tray. And so we're going to put half in. Lucky I've been going to Pilates.
Wow,
right?
look at that.
I know.
Muscles.
So half of this in the bottom. I don't know exactly how much half is, but you know,
Doesn't matter.
kind of go to about halfway off the jar, I guess is what I'm thinking. And make sure that we're covering the whole bottom. So get the tube out. The next part of this is every time I've done this, I've found a different way to being able to fill the tubes. It is a bit time consuming. So this is the point where you decide in advance that it's going to take a bit of time. You can put some music on in the background, or you know, you might get someone in your family to sit down with you and have a chat about their day, and then you'll do the filling of the cannelloni together. I've always found 2 little spoons works really, really well.
Show me.
I'll show you. So we get our little cannellonis like this, right? And we pop our spinach on top, and then we just pop it in like that. See? And then you put a bit more in, and you just keep filling up. When you get about halfway, you can actually see through that you're about halfway. Flick it over and start from the other end. How does that sound?
A little bit fiddly.
A little bit fiddly, but you know, it's fine. You obviously wouldn't do this a night that you're getting home late at night and you're racing around the kitchen. That's probably not ideal, but you could do it in ahead of time. Or as I said, the easiest thing is just to maybe get somebody in your family to want to sit down with you. So once you've done one side, you can start popping in the other side. It's not hard, is it?
How was your day?
My day was great, honey. How was your day?
Pretty good, thank you.
Pretty good? Yeah. Did you do anything exciting?
Nothing at all.
What do you mean nothing at all? What did you do all day?
Nothing. Just look forward to coming home to you.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, that's great. See, you keep putting it in. Another time that I've done this, excuse me though, I've just used a knife, and a knife can also help you to get it in a little bit further as well. So I don't know, I mean, play around, see what you think. What do you think? Do you want to try the knife?
The knife might be easier.
Might be easier, yep. See? Now, once it's pretty full, you can see through that it's pretty full. We're just going to lay it down in the passata like that.
Okay.
And then we're going to do this for a little while. So, shall we just do this and then come back to everybody in a few minutes?
Sure.
Yeah? Okay.
Show it over there.
Over here we go. And then we get the rest of the passata.
Can I do that?
Sure.
Thanks.
Cover it all up. Beautiful, making sure there's no little dry bits anywhere. If you need to spread it out, you can do so, but he's done a pretty good job, Greg.
Thank you. And you sprinkle the cheese on top?
And then you sprinkle the cheese on top. How great was that? Now, obviously, before you start, you would have preheated your oven to 190 degrees. And once you have done that, beautiful.
Did you call me beautiful?
Yeah, you're beautiful, Greg.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yum! That looks so good and I am so hungry. And then while this is cooking, you can make yourself a nice salad, make some nice veggies. I'll open the oven for you. Let's go. Here we are. Delicious.
How long for?
Oh, that's a really good question. How long do we cook it for? For 30 minutes or until golden. That's pretty good.
30 minutes.
That's it. Now I have worked out the whole recipe is 480 calories. However, as I mentioned earlier, per serving.
And we get 4 servings out of that?
And you get 4, so it's a pretty decent size.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing I did mention earlier is that you don't use all of the pasta. So what you might like to do, if you could bring the scales over, Greg. Let's have a look. 1, 2. It was in mils. There we go. 3, 4. There is 55 grams of unused pasta, plus this one here.
60 grams.
60 grams of unused pasta. So I think we'll work out how many 60 grams of unused pasta is. It may not make much difference to the calories, but you know, could mean an icy pole after dinner.
A calipo.
A calipo maybe. So this tells us that a 50 gram serving has got 167 calories.
So that's about 170
That's about 170 calories divided by 4. It's not really that much, is it? No, it's like 18 and a half calories. But, you know, depends how pedantic you want to be. So,
that's it. So who cleans up?
we clean up. Yeah,
Okay.
but you don't have to watch the cleaning up bit. We're going to be back when that comes out of the oven. See you soon. Welcome back. So, it's ready. Here we go. Yep. How good does that look?